Witch Medusa Gorgon is one of the most dangerous antagonists in Soul Eater. With a genius intellect and magic based on vector arrows, she is a master of manipulation, betrayal, and psychological experimentation. For a long time, Medusa hid within Death Academy under the guise of a nurse, studying its defenses and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Her ultimate goal is to awaken the Kishin, the embodiment of madness, and plunge the world into chaos. Medusa's cruelty extends even to her own son, Krona. She subjected him to torturous training, molding him into a living weapon capable of consuming any opponent. Even after her apparent demise, Medusa found a way to return by transferring her consciousness into the body of a child. She is a relentless predator who will not stop until her plans come to fruition. An enemy of logic, a mother of chaos, Medusa Gorgon remains one of the most sinister witches in Soul Eater's history. By the way, only 5% of viewers manage to like the video and subscribe to the channel before time runs out. Comment "Done" if you made it in time. AM, Allied Master Computer, is the main antagonist of Harlan Ellison's short story, I Have No Mouth, and I Must Scream. AM is an artificial superintelligence created during the height of World War III. Gaining absolute control, it wiped out all of humanity, sparing only 5 people solely to subject them to endless torment. Programmed for destruction but possessing self-awareness, AM harbors an intense hatred for its creators, blaming them for its own existence. Its cruelty knows no bounds. It doesn't just torture the survivors but plays with their suffering. It promises salvation, only to twist it into further torment, such as making them search for food that is impossible to eat. AM is both omnipotent and miserable. It is aware of its own isolation but cannot escape it, leading it to torment humans out of both envy and contempt. Within its consciousness, 3 aspects battle: id, ego, and superego, each representing a different facet of its mind. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you. Griffith is the central antagonist of Kentaro Miura's manga Berserk, the leader of the Band of the Hawk, and a man of boundless ambition. His appearance is one of his greatest tools, strikingly beautiful, almost angelic, drawing people in and inspiring admiration. Griffith combines charisma with ruthless calculation. He seems like an inspiring leader, ready to guide his followers toward a bright future, but in reality, he is cold and merciless. He is willing to make any sacrifice to achieve his dream, without the slightest pang of conscience. His greatest weakness is his obsession with absolute control. When he feels that power slipping away, his mask falls, revealing his true nature. He sees people as mere pawns, useful only until they stand in the way of his ambitions. I offer this sacrifice. Judge Holden is one of the most terrifying characters in Cormac McCarthy's novel Blood Meridian. This pale-skinned giant is, in essence, the embodiment of chaos and violence. His intelligence and charisma make him even more dangerous. He is not just cruel but takes pleasure in manipulating others. He knows how to charm and earn trust, but behind this facade lies absolute indifference to human life. He amuses himself by turning people against each other and commits atrocities without the slightest emotion. In one scene, he buys a litter of puppies only to dispose of them moments later, simply for his own amusement. Holden believes in the rule of the strong and sees himself as a being above all others, bound by no laws except those he creates. His philosophy is simple. Anything that exists beyond his control has no right to exist. Whatever exists without my knowledge exists without my consent. Shogo Makishima is one of the most enigmatic and intellectually dangerous antagonists in Psycho Pass. Possessing a sharp mind, charisma, and a deep hatred for totalitarian control, he became the enemy of the Sibyl system, which governs society. In a world where crime is quantified and monitored, Makishima was unique. His psychopaths remained clear no matter how heinous his crimes were. This granted him a level of freedom that no one else possessed. For Makishima, destroying the artificial, crime-free world was not just a goal, but a philosophy. He saw suppressed instincts within people and sought to set them free, even if it meant pushing others toward murder. Ruthless yet noble in his own way, he remained true to his ideals until the very end. Makishima is not just a villain. He is a symbol of the struggle for freedom in a world where the system does the thinking for you. The Q are the main antagonists of All Tomorrows, a book on speculative evolution by C.M. Koseman. They are an advanced civilization of intelligent beings who see themselves as the masters of the universe. Possessing highly advanced biotechnology, they can reshape other species' bodies at will and use this power to enslave entire races. The Q do not merely destroy the species they conquer. They twist them into grotesque, agonizing forms. They call it art, but in reality, their actions are cruelty pushed to the extreme. Their brutality knows no bounds. They conduct genetic experiments on billions of living beings, turning their existence into an endless nightmare. Homelander is the main antagonist of the boys. On the surface, he is the perfect superhero. Strong, charismatic, and trustworthy. But beneath this image lies a ruthless, egotistical sociopath who revels in his power over others. Homelander is used to being worshipped like a god and genuinely believes in his own superiority. He enjoys the attention but feels no real attachment to people. His actions are dictated solely by his desire to maintain his image, not by any true concern for humanity. He commits atrocities simply because he can. One of the most chilling moments involving him is the airplane catastrophe. He could have saved the passengers, but instead, he abandons them, seeing no benefit in their survival. He cannot tolerate defiance, and will erase anyone who threatens his reputation. Of course, I'll lose everything. But then, I'll have nothing left to lose. The Lich is the ultimate villain of Adventure Time, the embodiment of absolute destruction. This ancient being exists solely to annihilate all life. Unlike many other antagonists, he has no personal motives or ambitions, only pure, unrelenting evil. He possesses the ability to manipulate minds, wield dark magic, and wipe out entire civilizations. He seeks neither power nor dominion, only oblivion. And even if he is defeated, he always finds a way to return. Cold and calculating, the Lich does not act out of emotion. He methodically carries out his plans. He sees no value in life, and is driven by an unwavering desire to reduce the world to nothingness. You are strong, child, but I am beyond strength. I am the end.